In a move that shocked everybody, Cassie settled her lawsuit against Diddy. The aftermath has been wild. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. So happy to have Steph, the alternate, with me. How you doing, Steph?
I'm not doing too bad, Tony. You?
I'm doing great. I just want to thank you because you were doing a lot of research on this case, but now the case seems to be over like that. The length of this settlement has shocked everybody. A lot of lawyers in the community. Here's a lawyer you know. Well, then one group will say this is the power of the civil justice system. The other will call it a money grab. What do you think? And here was Natalie, the lawyer chick who did a lot of great coverage. I have never, in 13 years of practice, seen a lawsuit settle in one day. Whatever Cassie had on Diddy, it must have been concrete, in my opinion. Andrea Burkhart chiming in. When this kind of thing is right out in the public, you know there's a lot more that hasn't seen the light of day. And then a lot of people remarking on this old clip photo of Cassie that's now come forward. A lot of stuff is coming forward. And it's begged the question, well, why did he settle so quickly? It does feel like to me, Steph, and we're going to go through a lot of the reactions and theories, and I want to hear yours as well, chat, because I did want to give you the update on this. We're a little late, but this is wild because, like Laura said, a lot of people are going to say, oh, clearly she just took the money. But I don't know. I'm of the camp of why would you have let her get this far if you weren't ready to fight it? Because when I asked Christopher Melcher this, Steph, he's like, he had to have known this was coming. He had to have been given an offer. Clearly, she was willing to settle. He chose not to. She releases this bit of information, but it feels like there must be even more that she was showing Diddy's team to say, we're going all the way with this. And I want to start there, Steph, because someone who's obviously, you're in this community, a survivor. And what is your feeling towards Cassie putting this out there, saying she's doing this for, the victims, and survivors, and then settling like that with the cash? Does it bother you? Do you feel like it's fair? What are your thoughts?
It doesn't bother me because being able to hold your monster account to a guilty verdict, whether it's civil or criminal, is extremely low. Now, with a civil case, there's more of an opportunity because the burden of proof in terms of the bar for the burden of proof is much more lower than a criminal case. I grant you that. But still, to still get a guilty verdict for your monster is extremely, extremely difficult to do in these circumstances. So I am not surprised, and I do not blame Cassie for settling. I really, really don't in this regard.
So are
I'm
you of the
very,
camp
very
that you
shocked at how
suspect
quick
he
it's
has?
happened. Sorry, go on.
Well, sorry, are you of the camp that you think Cassie has more on him and that's why he did this?
Yes. I'm extremely shocked at how quick this has happened, which has led me to believe that, yeah, Cassie has a lot more on Diddy than we know publicly. Diddy knows this. Tried to play chicken with Cassie, and Cassie was like, yeah, I'll call your bluff. Did the lawsuit, sent out only a couple of things, let's say publicly, that Diddy was like, oh no, yeah, she's serious, let's settle. I think Cassie called his bluff, and he were like, yeah, we're going to have to settle now. Because it was going to get much worse for him.
We're going to see how it plays out, but it does seem like it opened up the floodgates. And here we have Diddy. These are photographs caught more recently of him clearly not looking his best, happy, downcast as the lawsuit, but a lot of photos and evidence of him coming in sort of really grappling what this is. Now, this could be because he's innocent, which he's claimed, guys. He has claimed his innocence and said this is all nonsense. But I don't know, man. This was a lot of details. Usually the truth lies somewhere in the middle, but there seemed to be, as we broke it down, regardless of what your thoughts on if cash grab or whatever, it seems like there would be a lot of evidence and witnesses that would have to be there. And so for Diddy to settle this early on that quickly, to me, does scream that. And a lot of people have been calling out too. 50 Cent, who obviously has been trolling him for a while, but damn Brother Love, which is what for some reason Diddy is now calling himself. It was very weird, this timing of him trying to rebrand things, Steph. There was that awkward interview on Graham Norton and Kimmel where I'm Brother Love, the frequency of love, which I know you found incredibly odd. Well, Brother Love, you out here looking crazy as a MF, LMAO, and then promoting his brand. 50 Cent, telling people he saw this coming. Kesha just changed her lyrics to TikTok to remove Diddy, and photos of Cassie have now emerged. A lot of stuff's coming out of the woodwork. It seems to really expose him, including more people. Aubrey O'Day from Danity Kane really was vocal and supporting Cassie, and then as soon as it left, was seemed a little frustrated, but clearly criticizing the money run justice system. But that's, people can call out Cassie, but that's really what this is. At the end of the day, he wasn't going to see jail from this, right, Steph? He was never going to see jail from this civil lawsuit. He would have had to pay her. And that's really ultimately what this is to get the awareness, get a payday for all the trauma that she suffered, to make him suffer. But I think larger than that, point it out in the world to open it up, potentially to have others come forward, which we'll see if they do. But Aubrey O'Day was one that was very vocal and is still continuing to be vocal about the way Diddy treated her and others. A lot of people speaking up about sort of not being surprised. More is coming. Do you think that Diddy's done this with others, Steph? And do you think we will hear more examples? Do you think this payment was misguided in that it's over at this point already? What are your thoughts?
So this, generally speaking, right? When someone settles with an accuser, it's not an admission of guilt or admission of innocence. It's just to make it go away, right? So you can't really determine from a settlement a person's guilt or innocence. It's just to take it away. I mean, the most famous settlement of all we all remember is Michael Jackson. Reportedly, even he said, he regrets it to this day because by settling, it gave a bigger cloud of suspicion over him. And that to me is what's happened to P. Diddy now.
Well, and just to correct for Michael Jackson, for the Michael Jackson purists, just he had to do that because back then he had the criminal trial after.
Yes.
And it's important to remember they had to they changed the law since then, because if he didn't settle, he would have given up his whole case before the criminal trial, and then they would have basically been able to trial him even better because they would have known the defenses. And that, when you really learn the reasons as to why Michael settled, that's why he settled. But even then, he still had regret. Sorry to keep going.
Yeah. But you take out the technicality side of it, it's the sentiment that I'm drawing upon. That's now, I would say you could apply that to P. Diddy. Now, yeah, you had Aubrey O'Day that was speaking out, but you also had other members of Danity Kane, P. Diddy's band, the Making the Band back in the MTV era of like the early noughties, that were calling him out as well and supporting Cassie. You had D Woods, Dawn Richards, Brooklyn Babs that were all turning to either Twitter or Instagram saying that they supported Cassie. Not that they were supporting their mentor, the person that got them in the band and brought them fame and riches, Sean Diddy Combs. No, they were supporting Cassie.
And saying, we've been trying to tell you.
Yeah. Right? They've been trying to tell us apparently for years about him. Then, okay, let's look at someone completely out of it. Kid Cudi, right? Yeah?
Yep.
Kid Cudi, in the complaint, Cassie says that P. Diddy blew up his car due to him being a romantic rival for Cassie, right? And Kid Cudi came out and confirmed that was the case. So it's not just that you've got Cassie turning around and saying, Diddy did this, and this. You've got Diddy's own band, Danity Kane, turning around and saying, yeah, we support Cassie. I wonder why. And you got another third party then, more removed from all of that, Kid Cudi turning around and corroborating part of Cassie's story. I think there was a lot more to this complaint that we didn't know about. And Diddy knew it. And within 24 hours settled to stop any further damage to him. But the damage is done now. He's screwed.
Yeah, it's interesting. We've seen this where it's hard to tell. It depends, I think, what else comes out. But it seems clear to me that he's ready and willing to pay to shut it up. And he has the money and resources to shut it up. And that's, look, I don't know. It's tough, man. These cases, as we've seen with Marilyn Manson, it's long. It's tedious. You don't know. Marilyn has been settling things as well. It's complicated in a case, but I always say if it's not complicated, if you didn't do it, well then fight it, especially if you got the money like Diddy. Like, right? I can understand someone else who's maybe, I can't afford a lawsuit. I can't afford to go through all this, where I could see where Cassie's coming from, right? This is harder for me to pull off. I just wanted to put it out there. I want it on the record. It's been out there now. I got my case filed. He paid me. I know that that hurts him. I'll take it. Now I'll step away and let others come forward if they need it. I can see that more than Diddy just immediately denying it and then paying her overnight. To me, I don't know what you guys think, and I want to hear your thoughts below. We're here to speculate, and that's why he paid off, I think, to avoid more speculation and more stuff coming forward from her. To me, I'm with Natalie. This screams whatever she did have, it must have been really bad. And he knew. And that's why part of me thinks, well, why didn't she take it all the way? Maybe she didn't want to deal with the hassle and the people bothering her and more of it, right? Because a lot comes with it when you go to these trials. And at the end of the day, a civil case is more for money anyway. And so by him settling, she believes, look, that's admission enough for me. He did it. He didn't want to do it. I'll take it. And then who knows if there'll be a criminal charge later or others coming forward. There might be more to this than we know. There was a report that there was some secret criminal charge, TMZ reported, and then the PD came out and said that's not true, which is very unlike them, Steph.
Yeah.
So maybe that was a trick. I don't know. We'll know. Only time will tell if Diddy will be able to get through this and continue his career. But I imagine he's going to have a lot tougher time now with people being able to erase all of this, because this is not this. Look, he is innocent till proven guilty. But to me, this doesn't erase it where I'm like, oh, he was wronged. He's not wronged in this version. In my opinion, he's tainted now. And a lot of people are not going to just treat him innocent until proven guilty. They're going to think he's guilty now. And his settlement does not, give ammo to prove it. It's just that, it went away. So take that as you will. I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think Cassie has got some serious dirt? Do you think Diddy's in trouble? Do you think he'll be able to get through this? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. If you haven't already, though, make sure hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for alerts, smash that thumbs up as well, and leave your comments. I'm curious what you think. Make sure also while you're doing clicks, clickety-click over to Steph the Alter Nerd. Subscribe to her as well. She's got lots of great content you're not going to miss. Let's get her to 100K. And I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving holiday this week. Again, videos will be scattered, but wanted to bring you that reaction as we had a chance to record this afternoon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.